Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to wonderful Buddy Moorhead Memorial Stadium here in the beautiful city of Conroe, Texas. I will be your play-by-play commentator for tonight, Wesley Big West Turner, and joined is, as always, it seems sometimes at these Moorhead Stadium games, the wonderful, the forever young David Laney, my color commentator and your analyst for tonight.
Wesley, I'm looking forward to this, and I'll tell you, there's one guy going to be out there on the field tonight that I'm especially eager to watch play.
Who's that?
The quarterback, the freshman quarterback for Willis. How often do you see a freshman playing varsity football in the state of Texas?
Not often, but as you did mention just then, yes, it is a freshman quarterback out there for Willis. He'll be number 17, Lincoln Frazier. But one person I'm personally excited to see play for the Wildcats is the Texas commit Jermaine Bishop. Listed on our rosters as an athlete, he plays both sides of the ball, and he plays both of them very well. Almost one of those Travis Hunter-like players. Now, last week, the Wildcats did take a huge loss to Klein Collins, 42-13, and Caney Creek lost, I believe it was 48-0 to the Montgomery Bears. So this is the first week of district play. Willis is trying to bounce back after that. But Caney Creek, they're here to show that they won't be a bounce back. They're not just going to be somebody they can push over. So what do you think needs to happen for the Panthers for them to show that they are not one of the pushover teams, that they can actually put up a fight against a team like Willis?
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head there, Wesley. They're going to have to fight, and they're probably going to – they may find themselves down by a touchdown or two, but that it is never means to give up. I mean, goodness gracious, you saw that game few weeks, Buffalo. I mean, I turned that game off and thought this is over, and scored 16 points in the final 4 minutes to win it. So you never quit. You never quit.
Yes, in the game of football, it truly seems that as long as there isn't triple zeros on the clock, both teams have a huge fighting chance of winning.
Yeah, but when district play begins, it's all about getting that first win, because you don't want to play catch up later in the year and have to win your way into the playoffs. So these initial games, they're big. Now, you called a game last night down in Wood Forest Bank Stadium, am I right?
Correct. That was College Park and Conroe. College Park handedly defeating the Tigers 35-0, and that was a big playoff implicator because 2 or 3 years ago, I believe it was 3 years ago, that game was winning in for both teams. Whichever team won the game went to playoffs, whichever team lost went home. And that was actually Conroe who won that game, and it was their first playoff berth in about almost a decade and a half. So that was a huge game for them, but it was unfortunately the other way around last night.
Yeah, and there's another big game being played down there right now, getting ready to get kicked off, and of course it's being streamed on the Conroe ISD Athletics Wood Forest Bank Stadium channel, correct?
Correct. Our sister channel, CISD Athletics Wood Forest Bank Stadium, is streaming the Grand Oaks Grizzlies versus the Woodlands Highlanders. Grand Oaks, really one of the teams last year, they were only a couple games out of the playoffs, but this year they're being backed by their senior quarterback, Grant Smith, who, in my opinion, believe could be able to get them over that hump. There's a bunch of teams in this district. That's what makes this district, specifically District 13-6A, one of the most interesting districts in the entire state, is that everybody has a fighting chance at the beginning of the season.
Well, I'm looking forward to a good game tonight, Wesley. We're going to have a lot of fun.
I am too. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Wood Forest National Bank, where convenience meets community. With over 30 branch locations in and around Montgomery County, we're always close by to help you with your banking needs. But we're more than just a bank. We're proud supporters of our local community, dedicated to making Montgomery County a better place to live and work. Experience the difference at Wood Forest National Bank. Convenient, caring, and committed to you.
Imagine you are him or her. Like them, you have a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care for annual upkeep, personalized orthopedics to keep you going, and a cancer center with the latest technology and treatments, all in one manageable system so you can thrive. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Keating Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Conroe ISD Athletics. We're suited up to equip your team with a versatile Silverado, heavy-duty or Colorado, spacious Tahoe and Suburban, or sporty Equinox, Trax, and Trailblazer. Keating Chevrolet has a large selection of certified pre-owned. After you've left it all on the field, come pick out your next Chevrolet at Keating Chevrolet. Keating Chevrolet is pleased to partner with Conroe ISD for every game, every play, every win. Come visit us today or browse online at KeatingChevrolet.com.
Our orthopedic care is shaped around you. And you. And you. Because customizing treatments and using breakthrough techniques is how your comeback starts. Like 3D printing for ultra-precise joint replacements and providing the same specialty care as we do for the Houston Rockets. So you return sooner, stronger, better. This is orthopedic care designed for you. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
As we are back, and now we are just awaiting the teams to run out on the field here. Now, we talked about what Caney Creek can do to prove that they're not a pushover, but David, what do you think the Willis Wildcats have to do to win this game and bounce back after that huge loss last week?
Well, let's be honest. They're not going to see the size and speed tonight that they saw last week with Klein Collins. But still, I mean, when you got a freshman quarterback, typically you're going to see a kid run and make some mistakes that an upperclassman would not make. But they've still got some key players on the defensive side of the ball. The number one, I think this is a kid, now he's just a junior, Caden Williams. He's going to be all over the field. You can be promised to that. Also, Amaji Friend, defensive back, he's a junior. So this is a young team. But they're going to make a statement this year, and it might start tonight.
Yes, as I'm looking at our roster up here, it does seem like there is a slight bit of more 11s than 12s on our roster. So more sophomores, more juniors, and actually 2 freshmen on this team. One of them being Lincoln Frazier, the starting quarterback. The other one being defensive back number 32, LaMarcus Griffin. So 2 freshmen on varsity. We'll have to see if Griffin gets some valuable minutes here or if they're just bringing him on just for depth.
And another key player I think we can watch tonight is for Willis is number 15, Waylon Nolan, I should say. He is a senior defensive lineman. Caney Creek's going to have their work cut out if they want to move the ball tonight, no doubt.
They definitely will. So we're still waiting teams to run out on the field. Both of these teams, this is their first district game. And like you were talking about earlier, you got to get the first win in district, especially for Willis, because they are already 1-1. They already have lost a game. Now, I can't remember exactly if our district goes off overall record or off a district record, but if you lose 2 games in a row somehow, that kind of puts you in a tough spot for playoffs.
True, but once district play, it's almost as if the season gets a restart. And now, they're wins that you've got to have. Those non-district games are more, I don't want to call them scrimmages, but it's an opportunity to kind of see how you're, in some cases, I think with the Woodlands, it's an opportunity to see how you're going to rate once you get to the playoffs. So anyway, it's going to be good. We're going to have fun tonight, no doubt.
We definitely are. So our apologies for the little interruption there by our field mic and their music. Still, we are about 6 minutes until kickoff.
I do see Caney Creek coming down the ramp there.
And Caney Creek coming down the ramp, coming away from technically what you would call a home visitor locker room almost, because this field, this stadium is obviously on Conroe High's campus. So Conroe High uses their locker room whenever they have home games, the one that's in the school. So they have a separate little locker room area for Caney Creek whenever they play here, or whenever other teams play here. I believe it was College Park who used this as their home field for week 1.
Yeah, and we'll be keeping an eye on that game at Wood Forest Bank Stadium just down the road here a little bit. Grand Oaks taking on the Woodlands. District play is when it really gets interesting, Wesley. It's when not that those early games, non-district games, don't matter, but once you get in district play, every win becomes important, just as every loss becomes important.
And it is the junior high night here for the Panthers, so this will be interesting to see as there they come out, being led out by the junior high school students.
You remember when you did that?
I think I do believe I remember whenever I did that. A few years ago. Now here come the Panthers, the real team being led out on the field by their wonderful color guard. So now we can also see Willis lining up, but Caney Creek, if we're being completely honest, other teams have seen them as a pushover team. They say, oh, we got Caney Creek this week. Oh, we'll get a good win. But do you think that kind of adds a little bit of the fire to the coaching staff and to the players to where they know that teams don't think very much of them?
Well, as it's often said, they got nothing to lose. Caney Creek's got nothing to lose tonight. They're expected to be challenged, maybe overly challenged. So when you play loose, as you know, when you play loose, oftentimes you play better.
Now, we're waiting for Willis to run out on the field. You can see one of the interesting storylines going into this year for Caney Creek is the absence of number 4 wide receiver Carson Garveroa is now here come out the Wildcats, being led tonight by their freshman quarterback Lincoln Frazier. And along with that, they're also going to have the returning senior Jermaine Bishop Jr., who, as we mentioned earlier, verbal commit to the University of Texas. One of the top players, not just in the state, but in the nation, getting nationwide coverage on any of the social medias that you see, the OTE, the 7-on-7, really making a name for himself.
Yeah, and that Lincoln Frazier, that kid, he's probably one of the tallest. He may be a 9th grader, but he's one of the tallest players on the Willis team.
I believe on his max preps, I think I saw earlier today, he was 6'2".
As a 9th grader.
Which is also good just for being a quarterback in general, being that tall, because it allows you to see over certain defenders that you maybe a shorter quarterback wouldn't be able to see over.
True. Of course, he's got some big footsteps to follow in TJ Lagway now at the University of Florida.
Lagway is currently playing at the University of Florida, who were upset last week actually by the University of South Florida. I believe that game was 15-14.
I believe it was Central Florida.
I think it was it. We'll check on that a little bit later.
Okay.
Conflicting opinions. It's now. Looks like we're waiting just the national anthem as we will step away for that.
Honor America and to support our freedom at home and abroad. This evening, the colors are presented by representatives of the Caney Creek High School Junior ROTC. Our national anthem will be performed by the Mighty Panther Band. Please join me in standing until the colors have exited the field. Thank you.
Now, after the presentation of our colors, we will be able to get into this football game, but not before we get the ceremonial coin toss. We will try to get names and numbers to you for the captains as we see them. For Caney Creek, it is looking to be Owen Manchek, number 52, Ricardo Pulido, number 38, Yahir Flores, and number 58, Isaiah Rivera. And for Willis, it will be Jermaine Bishop out there. With it would appear number 9, Jacob Blanks, or number 1, Caden Williams. Or correction, that was not number 9, that was number 19, which will be Carter Williams. And number 73, Trenton Braun.
Willis is the one that tossed it back to the
Number 52, Ricardo Pulido. Number 58, Isaiah Rivera.
Willis decided to take the ball, so evidently they're not too afraid of the Caney Creek defense.
Now it appears they're not, as we will be able to see their offense first here, which will also mean Caney Creek will get the ball coming out of halftime. Which in some situations, I've mentioned it a lot on broadcast before because it's something that I very much believe you gotta get. If you can score quickly at the end of the half or as time expires and then you get the ball back, that could be a huge momentum changer in any type of game.
For sure. Typically you defer when you're expecting a tight game, as you said.
As the Caney Creek kickoff team led by kicker number 19, Logan Massey, will come out. The returners for Willis will be Jermaine Bishop and number 4, Amaje Friend. So they're backed up to their own about 15-yard line as we are getting ready to get kicked off here at Buddy Moorhead Stadium. Kick be fielded at about the 21-yard line. Friends is going to try to make some man miss, and he'll be ankle bitten at about the 33-yard line is wherever they're going to mark it, which is where we will see the first look at this offense for the Willis Wildcats.
Looks like he got about 8 yards on that return.
So we'll have to see. What do you expect here from this Willis offense?
I think they're going to establish a running attack first and then go to the air when they have to. As we've done enough games, you know what I say about passing. When you throw the ball, only 3 things can happen and 2 of them are bad. So I expect them to run, although with this quarterback they've got, it looks like they're going to come out throwing.
They are empty backfield to start the game for Frazier. 2 receivers to his right, 3 to his left. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's going to try to throw over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Pass intended on the play for number 27, Jaden Lane, sophomore wide receiver.
Yeah, ball thrown well behind him. Again, kind of a freshman mistake there, Wesley.
Looks like they will return to the empty set, so that they're not afraid to put the ball in Frazier's hands early. Caney Creek appears to be showing pressure off the edge. They will send it. It was a jet motion to Bishop, and Bishop's trying to reverse field, but he won't get there. He'll be tackled for a huge loss, about over a 10-yard loss. Call it 13-yard loss on the play, and a huge play there for the Caney Creek defense to bring up 3rd down and 23.
Yeah, it was not a good clean exchange there between Frazier and his running back, and they almost ran into each other.
So once again, going with the empty set.
3rd and about 23.
It's 3rd and 23. He's going to look to throw. He's got time. He's going to look to throw it deep. He's got a man open. Overthrows and pass out of bounds. Pass intended for number 3, Jamarcus Holder.
Yeah, that was. I think that was. Tell you the truth, there. That's a mental win for Caney Creek to hold them on the initial down.
So 3 and out to start.
I don't think they were expecting that.
On the punt will be number 41, Elicio Cantarero. And to return for the Panthers, looks like it'll be number 1, Amarian Hughes. Or correction, that'll be number 7, Baselli. So we'll let that bounce. And that'll roll to the 32-yard line. So almost the exact same field position that Willis had.
About a 39-yard kick there. Yeah, that last pass that Frazier had, again, looked like just call it a rookie mistake. He had his receiver wide open, had too much air on the ball. I think if he had kind of thrown it down, threw it more on the line, we got there quicker, and Mike could have hit him in stride. But he'll get better.
He will. He still is a freshman, so he has years to grow. This will be Marshall getting the nod for Caney Creek. In the backfield, number 6, Aaron Williams, sophomore running back. He's going to go under center. Under center, a single back formation.
Officials letting them substitute there.
5 seconds left. 3 seconds is going to be a pitch play. And a tackle on the play by Jermaine Bishop there for a loss, which is where we see. We mentioned earlier, he plays both sides of the ball, and he plays both sides very well. How do you see him making just an overall impact tonight during the game?
Right there, he had excellent penetration through that offensive line, was able to make the hit in the backfield. Looks like about almost a 3-yard loss on the play.
Call it a 2-yard loss, bring up 2nd down and 12 for the Panthers.
Panthers have a good opportunity here, Wes.
2 tight ends in the formation. Send his receiver in motion. Marshall's going to drop back to pass. It's going to be a screen play, and he's going to have some running room. He's at the 50, 45. A flag flies, but it looks like number 18 will fly into the end zone for the Panthers. Number 18, J.J. Martinez, but it looks like that play might be coming back. Either way, a huge motivating play there for Caney Creek.
That was a wake-up call for Willis. Look for the indication here. All the players are walking back.
Flag's definitely in the vicinity of a holding. Looks like the referees are motioning that the flag will be against Caney Creek.
Holding on the offense, number 69. 10-yard penalty will be marked in the spot of the foul. Replay, 2nd down.
Sophomore offensive lineman Cody Lane going to be called there on the penalty. It will remain 2nd down. But you can't deny that either way, that was a huge play.
Like I said, that was a wake-up call for Willis. That they can't just show up and expect an easy win.
I have to see what formation they come out in. It'll be a split formation in the shotgun. Williams to his left. Marshall getting the play from the sidelines. Motion is receiver. High snap will be able to get it. It's going to be a quick throw. Nobody home. Looking for the running back, Aaron Williams, there on the play. And another 3rd down and 17 here.
Yeah, Willis is not giving him very long to throw. The offensive line for Caney Creek needs to kind of step up there a little bit, give him more time. I think that pass was rushed is the reason why he overthrew him by so much. Overthrew his receiver.
So now will be Caney Creek going to the empty formation. Marshall take the snap. He's going to look to throw. There's that penetration again, and the defense will get to him. Number 15, Waylon Nolan, who we talked about in the pregame being the game wrecker, and he wrecks that play.
Boy, that was a big switch in momentum, wasn't it?
It was a big switch in momentum. It looked like Caney Creek had a little bit of momentum. Willis came and snatched her right back.
Well, penalty flag really hurt them too, though.
So it'll be Massey on to punt as well. Number 4, Amajai Friend, lined up at about his own 45 to return the punt. It's a good punt. It'll land about midfield, and it'll take a bounce to the 49-yard line. So Willis, good starting field position. How do you think they can capitalize here?
Well, they've got their ball just on their side of the 50-yard line. It'll be interesting to see how they come out. Those earlier plays were pretty much, you might call self-inflicted errors on the throws. But again, they appear that they're determined to keep the ball in the air. I have to think a little bit of that, Trent Miller. I think a little bit of that. His coach is kind of playing for the deeper in the district, you might say.
Frazier will take the snap. It'll be a play action pass to Bishop. And Bishop's going to look to have some running room. Jermaine Bishop with a huge play out to the 30-yard line into Caney Creek territory.
You always like to see a receiver who can do something with the ball after he catches it. He did a great job of that right there.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 17 of the defense. Be half the distance to the end of the run. Automatic, first down.
And that'll add 15 to it.
And Will, that will make it a huge play for Willis. Bring him into the red zone here to the 15-yard line of Caney Creek. So one play already from their own 49 to Caney Creek's 15. So it looks like they will go back to the empty formation that they like to use early in their games.
About a 45-yard play there. Add the penalty.
Frazier will motion in his running back. Number 3, Jamarcus Holder is the back. There'll be a handoff to Holder, and he will be tackled for about a 5-yard gain up to about the 10-yard line to bring up second down and 5.
I think that's their first running play of the night.
I believe it is for Willis. Willis, not a team that's a huge run team. They like to throw it, they like to spread it around, but they are very balanced. We'll have to see if that continues throughout the night. It's down the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to his right. It's a play clock about to wind down. No, they're going to go to the empty. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Frazier's going to motion his man. Jet motion. It'll be a quarterback keeper. And will he get enough for the first down?
I believe he will.
Let's see what the officials say. They will give him enough for the first down to bring up first down and goal from the 4-yard line.
Yeah, Frazier showing some size there with his ability to run the ball.
He is a bigger quarterback, that's for sure. Which, when you're a quarterback, it does have a lot of its advantages. Whenever you're on the taller side, is now shotgun formation again. That was running back to his right. So take the snap. It'll be a quick pass, and it will be broken up. Good play there by number 24 for the Panthers, Ellis Davis there.
He played that perfectly. Got the right position, stayed behind the receiver, and was able to reach in and knock that ball out.
Pass was intended for number 5, Dalen Wilkinson. But as you said, Davis just able to get a hand on the ball. Shotgun formation. They have a tight end, or correction, a pistol formation. Bishop will go in motion. High snap. There'll be a handoff, and will he get in? Yes, he will. 4-yard rushing touchdown for number 3, Jamarcus Holder, to start off this game.
Yeah, they got down close and just kept the ball on the ground. Knew they probably had a size advantage there and took advantage of it.
It's now number 30, Alec Hargis, on the kick for the Wildcats. Kick this extra point. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it is good. As that gives Willis the lead 7-0, 6 minutes and 53 seconds here against Caney Creek.
Wesley, I just noticed here, the Woodlands and Grand Oaks playing down at Woodforest Bank Stadium. They're tied up 7-7.
Tied up 7-7. That would be a good game. That's something that people were expecting to be a good game.
The athletic programs at Grand Oaks have really grown with that school. It's the newest school in the district, and they've got a girls volleyball team that is, back-to-back state titles?
Yeah, back-to-back state titles, which for a team or for a school that has only been in existence, this is the 7th year in existence.
Yeah.
Opened in 2018. Well, some of these other schools like Conroe, they've been open for literal over 100 years. And to be able to compete with them, that's a huge testament to the athletic department. As returning for Caney Creek will be Baselli and number 1, Amarian Hughes to kick. Once again will be Hargis.
And he looks like he's going to boot this one deep.
That he will. Not deep enough to be in the end zone.
Good
He
hold.
returned, and he's got some running room, and he's at the 40, the 45, the 50. Flag down on the play. They'll get inside of Willis Wildcat territory. We'll have to see what the flag is. Thrown in the vicinity of a holding for a return play. We'll have to see what the officials say.
Penalty flag hurting the Panthers again. Although they seem to be talking to the Panther coaches.
Could be something on Willis, although the chains do appear to be moving backwards. So we're still awaiting the call from the official. It looks like we will get it here.
Clearing the return, blocking the back, 7-2. First down.
Block in the back, so which negates a huge return there for Caney Creek, but they will get the ball at their own 30-yard line.
You know, and if Caney Creek is going to really stay in this game, I mean, it's just 7-0, but they're going to have to quit making those mistakes. They're making big plays that typically underdogs have to win, but they're getting them negated by the penalty flag.
Marshall will be in the pistol formation. Something that we've seen a lot from Caney Creek, surprisingly. So send this man in motion. It'll be a handoff. He's going to look to try to find some running room. But he'll be tackled there on the play by number 1, Caden Williams, but not before he gets about a yard. Williams, that's who you mentioned earlier in the broadcast. You'll see him flying all over the field.
Yeah, he's one of the district leaders in tackles.
It's now same formation for the Panthers. They have been using number 44, Christian Contreras, almost as a tight end, or in this case, like a blocking tight end fullback. So once again, going from the pistol. Actually call it a 2-yard gain on the play. So once again, he'll go in motion. It'll be another handoff, but he'll be swallowed in the backfield by a whole host of Wildcats, which will get him, will push him back to about the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that wasn't a clean exchange in the handoff there, and it kind of threw off the timing. Runner had to kind of grab the ball a second time or make sure he had it put away, and it just messed up the timing. He wasn't able to hit that hole like he would have wanted.
It's now 3rd down and 9. They're going to go to the shotgun formation. Marshall will have 3 receivers to his left and 1 to his right. He'll take the snap. We'll have a little bit of time to throw. Now he's being pressured. Now Marshall looks like he's going to try to run for it. Will he get the first down?
I think he did.
Yes, he will. Get it by a yard before going out of bounds. So first down here for Caney Creek.
That was just a good heads-up play, Wesley. Looked downfield, didn't see anyone, and said, I'll take it and run.
Marshall shown that he has shown that he's not afraid to run the ball every once in a while. So now they'll stick to the shotgun. It's Willis running their 4-man front.
Keeping their offense on the field is probably their best defense right now.
Send this man in motion. It'll be another one of the screen plays, but pass will fall incomplete.
Yeah, the blitz was on for Willis, and he really had no time.
It was number 95, I believe, or
80. I believe that's 85.
Yes, you are correct. 85, Javian Martin, who was listed on our rosters as a tight end and wide receiver. We saw him warming up with them, which if you have a tight end or a wide receiver that also plays defensive end, if you get the ball to his hands on offense, we'll have to see what he can do if they give it to him later in the game. It's now Marshall in the pistol. Send his man in motion. Looks like it's going to be another quick pass, but now Marshall's just going to try to run. Looks like he'll lose about a yard.
Looked like a broken play.
Some extracurricular chippiness. Almost a flop there by Willis, it would seem.
I don't see a flag. That was probably a good no call on the part of the officials.
Now, once again, third down and long. Call it third down and 12 for the Panthers. Just over 4 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Willis leads 7-0. As the play clock is winding down, they'll have to hurry up here, and we will get a timeout from the Panthers.
Yeah, this is a big down for them. They want to keep the ball. Now I see Woodlands has gone ahead of Grand Oaks 14-7, and looks like they're a little over 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
It's now third down and long. They did convert on the last third and long. We'll have to see if this Willis defense can hold, but also you're in kind of that middle of the field area where if you get 6, 7, 8 yards, you might seriously consider going for it here.
Yeah, because like I said earlier, that they want to keep the ball away from Willis if they can. But right now, that defensive line for Willis has control of the line of scrimmage.
That could be a huge reason why we've seen Caney Creek implement some of those quick screens.
Yeah.
Those wide receiver screens and the halfback screens that they have run today. The one that broke big for a touchdown that was actually called back on holding was a screen. So now the offense will retake the field after the timeout. So now Marshall will be lined up in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right.
Yeah, that'll be a 5-yard.
False start there on number 7, Jance Pacelli.
False start on the offense, number 5. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Now they're looking at about third and 18?
Third and 18. Be interesting to see here if they just try to run it and set up a good field position for their punter, or if they try to go deep and try to get the first down. Willis, their farthest back defender, is at the 45-yard line. First downs at the Willis 49. It's Marshall, same formation. They'll take the snap. There'll be pressure. Now he's going to try to run for it again. And Marshall, trying to run through some people, will get to the 50-yard line.
He's a little short.
See, one referee has it marked. It looks like it'll be.
No,
they're going to give him the first down there. Another first down run for Marshall.
Got a good spot there, and they needed that. Give them a fresh set of downs. Another good heads-up play by Marshall. Again, looking to see that he had a lot of room in front of him and tucked it and took off.
Marshall line up with Williams to his right. Big snap's going to look to throw another quick screen pass. Will be swallowed up in the backfield. Once again, number 1, Caden Williams. As you said, the district leader in tackles, making his presence known early so far.
Yeah, these two teams coaches too are almost sparring right now. They're trying to outmaneuver the opponent, see how they're going to line up, how they're going to play, what defensive plays they're going to run. and trying to really outcoach each other, which is the way it's supposed to be.
Now 2 tight ends in the formation for the Panthers. So there'll be a handoff, but he won't get anywhere as that is number 12 on the play, and we're going to have a flag maybe on the tackle.
A lot of times.
Personal foul, face mask.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Wes. You see it thrown in like that on a tackle, quite often it's the face mask and the 15-yard type. Big break there for the Panthers.
Davian Kizzy will be called on a face mask there, and that'll bring the ball to the Willis 34-yard line. So they're knocking on the door of the red zone here are the Panthers. New running back in the game, number 28, Jordan Javier.
This would be a good time to go for a post pattern.
So send man in motion. It'll be a handoff to Javier, and he'll get about a yard. Caney Creek, they've been running it a lot. Do you think they can probably stick to that with this Willis defensive line? Or would you be surprised to see maybe some of those play actions, and that's what they're using the run to set up?
Could be, but I also think they're trying to take advantage of the Willis speed and use it against them. Maybe some misdirections coming up here. Right now, though, Marshall's playing an excellent game.
Marshall will take the snap. It looks like it's going to be another quick screen just behind his man, looking for Javier again, which will bring up 3rd down and 9.
He was open out there, had a blocker in front of him, but Marshall just couldn't get the ball to him.
And that was partially because of the pressure there by that Willis defensive line. It looks like it will be number 85, Martin, and number 12, Davian Kizzy, who were there right in Marshall's face, which allowed them to stop that screenplay. It's Marshall trying to get him on the hard count. It won't work.
I believe they are in 4-down territory now, Wes.
Depends on how much you trust your kicker. As now Marshall's going to look to throw. Now he's going to look to run, but he'll be dragged down. Now they're out of 4th down territory. A flag thrown late. Flag thrown after the play. We'll have to see who it goes against. So referees conversing. So we'll wait the call from the head referee.
Going to wave it off.
There is no foul for face mask.
They're going to wave it off, which will bring up 4th down. 4th down in a long while, as it looks like Caney Creek is going to keep their offense out on the field. We'll have to see. Nope, they will send on their punting unit. The punter will be Massey, who also handles place kicking and kickoff duties for the Panthers.
A little bit of a moral victory for Caney Creek. They were able to keep the ball for several series of downs there. Took time off that clock, trying to keep Willis from getting too far out in front.
Long snapper will be number 91, George Ramirez.
Willis doesn't have anybody back.
No, they do not.
There they go.
There they go. They're going to send Friend back there to return, and he's going to be lined up at his own 15-yard line.
I believe he's one of the leading returners in the district. Of course,
high snap, and now he's going to be able to punt it away, and it will be a good punt inside the 10, down to the 6, down to the 4-yard line. We'll have to see where it was touched, but that was an amazing play there by Logan Massey.
It was. I think some of the Panthers thought that the ball was touched by one of the Willis players, number 7, I believe, but no indication from the officials. It'll be Wildcat football.
Wildcat football. They have 94 yards to go. As that was, quite frankly, made something out of nothing, Massey. It was a high snap, bobbled it a little bit, was still able to get an amazing punt off.
Absolutely. I think he would have been happy with that, kicking it from the normally. And Willis was lucky that they did not touch that ball.
So now Frazier will be lined up in the pistol formation. He'll take the snap from his own goal line. It'll be a handoff. He's going to look to try to find some running room. The holder won't get any, but he will get a little bit, as he will get about 3 yards on the carry. Let's see if it brings up 2nd down and 6, actually. So correction, 4 yards.
Yeah, Holder, he's not very big, but he's very elusive.
They'll have to get one more play off before we switch positions on the field. As Frazier lined up in the shotgun. Send his man in motion. It will be Bishop on the jet. And he's going to look to try to find some room, and he will. He'll hurdle a man. He'll truck a man. Breaking tackles down to the 40-yard line is Jermaine Bishop, showing why he is one of the top players in the entire nation.
Almost 30 yards on that play. Good hard run there.
So that'll bring the ball up to the Wildcat 42-yard line.
That'll probably be the final play of the first quarter.
It looks like, unless they try to draw Caney Creek offsides, which actually the play clock is stopped,
Yeah,
so
he
they
must
will
have-
get one more play.
He must have ran out of bounds.
Empty backfield. Send his man in motion. He's going to look to
Looking
throw.
deep.
He's going to look to throw it deep down the field. Overthrows his man. Looking there for number 85, Javian Martin, the defensive end and tight end.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Wes, but Frazier doesn't have any completions up to this point, does he?
I think he may have had one early, but unless I'm misremembering, you may be correct. So they're going to once again go with the empty backfield. Although on a technicality, that last play to Jermaine Bishop will be counted as a pass. As now will be a quarterback keeper for Frazier, and he will be tackled, which will bring up 3rd down and 5.
Big down here for the Panthers. Try to hold them here.
But before that, we will have the end of the quarter. But they will not have to move much, as the ball is at the Wildcat 47-yard line.
Just flip it from one side of the 50 to the other.
Been seeing good things from both teams so far. Willis does have the lead 7-0 going into the second quarter. What are some things that you think need to be changed for both teams?
Well, obviously for the Panthers, they've got to keep the penalty flag off the field. They've had 2 big plays that could have been game changers, and both of them were called back. For Willis, Frazier's got to get better with his passing. Some of these incompletions aren't even close.
So now, 3rd down and 5. Had to see what formation they come out in. Wildcats, they do love to favor the empty formation, but they won't go with it now. They will go with the pistol formation. As Frazier take the snap. He's going to look to throw. He's going to find his man, the big tight end, but he will be stopped for no gain on the play. A huge
Big
play there for the Caney Creek defense to set up to force them to punt, or it looks like they will keep their offense out on the field.
Big play there, big play. I think they got probably a yard out of that. Good pursuit there by the Panthers.
According to the rest, it will be 4th down and 5. Now they're going to go from the empty set. Frazier will have 3 receivers to his left and 2 to his right.
I think the Panthers have a good opportunity here to stop them.
Now, with the jump, he got back on sides, and now the Panthers, he's
there.
going to be
Look at that.
sacked. He's going to be sacked. Huge play, and Caney Creek will get the ball at the Wildcat 32-yard line. A huge play for the defense there.
Now this is
that was number 0, Xavier Martinez on the play.
And this is an opportunity that they cannot squander away. They've got to put the ball in the end zone, or at least a field goal here.
that is the gamble that you take, going for it on fourth downs like that. It's now Marshall and the Caney Creek offense take over at the Wildcat 34-yard line.
Looks like the Woodlands is taking control of that game down there at Woodforest Bank Stadium. They just jumped up 21-7.
Shotgun formation. Marshall will get the play from the sideline. We'll have 3 receivers to his left and 1 to his right at the top of your screen.
Looks like Willis expecting the pass here.
Send his man in motion. It will be a pass. It'll be a short screen, this time complete. And he's going to have some running room. And he'll get about 6 yards on the play, which is some good. You like to get those first down yardage because it makes second down and third down a little bit easier.
Yeah, if he had led him a little bit, Marshall had led him a little bit, I think he'd have got more out of that play. Receiver had to kind of come back for it.
They have shown that they do love to go with those quick screen passes on this Willis defense.
Again, taking advantage of that speed.
So this time it'll be a handoff, but he will get nowhere. Handoff to Aaron Williams. Looks like they're going to say that he lost a yard there. According to the line of scrimmage marker at the other end of the field. It's now huge third down here for Caney Creek. Just under 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter. As Williams will check out for Javier.
Right now you're looking at about a 45-yard field goal.
They do have number 99, Owen Manshak, in there to block. And it will be a handoff. And he's going to get, so we'll have to see where they spot it.
I was watching the official. Go ahead.
Either at the line of scrimmage or they'll spot him for a yard. As now this is huge here, as now it's fourth down for the Panthers, and they're going to keep their offense out in the field, and they're going to try to go for it now.
Yeah, I was watching the official. He did not give him forward progress. He got another. I mean, he would have still been short of the first down, but the official was walking forward, then turned around and walked back.
On fourth down. So take the snap, to look to throw.
You got a whistle.
Whistle before the play is usually a false start.
False start. Offense, number 5. 5-yard penalty. Fourth down.
They'll bring up fourth down and 10 now. But it looks like the Panthers will keep their offense on the field, which goes back to what we were talking about in pregame. They have nothing to lose in this game.
Yeah, and they've been playing pretty good defense. They've been playing very good defense, to tell you the truth. They had a big sack on the last series that Willis had.
Marshall has converted a few first downs with his legs, but this time he's going to look to throw it deep down the field, and it'll be caught!
Oh, no. Flag on the play.
Flag on the play, but it's going to be incomplete.
It'll be pass interference against Willis.
That is in the area of pass interference. Number 2, Jalind Kello on the coverage. And Hughes had his helmet come off during the play, which that could be huge if it is on the Wildcats.
Looking for an indication. I don't think it's a penalty for the helmet coming off. I think it's pass interference, but I could be wrong. We'll see. They were mixing it up down there for sure.
Offense.
Oh, wow. Pass interference on the offense.
That was probably one of those, Wes, that could have gone either way. We could watch the replay if we have it, but.
So now, that's a break for the Willis
It is.
defense.
There was a lot of pushing and shoving as they were going down the field.
So now, Wildcats will come out on the field. Frazier will be lined up in shotgun formation, 2 receivers to his right and left, so split shotgun formation.
I like the play call on that last one, though.
Throwing it deep down the field on fourth and long, which is, that would have been a first down. Woody caught it. It's Bishop will be in motion. But it's going to be a quarterback keeper.
Good
Try
play
to break
there.
a tackle, but
Out.
he won't. And that is number 91 for the Panthers, George Ramirez, who had his helmet come off while making the tackle. But it won't get. But they'll give Frazier 2 yards on the play.
We talked about it earlier. These Panthers are playing like they got nothing to lose.
They love to play their hearts out, which has been shown so far in this game. As now Willis will line up in the shotgun. Frazier, 3 receivers to his left. He'll take the snap and look to throw. Frazier, he's got all day to throw. Now he's going to try to run for it. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 40-yard line to bring up another 3rd down.
Yeah, they spread that one out pretty good.
Frazier showing that he's not afraid to run as it brings down 3rd down and 4, which we have seen from this Caney Creek defense that they've been able to hold them on these early downs. So I think that could be a big factor in this game.
If they can keep it up. Conditioning is going to come into play as the game gets longer.
Same formation here.
Some of those kids are going both ways out there. Big hole.
Shotgun, it'll be a 1st down play. Number 18 jumping over people. That is Tyler Andrade for the Wildcats, and he will get the 1st down at exactly midfield.
Panthers trying to keep fresh players in there. Number 99 in there now for them. That is Owen Manchak.
It's now Frazier sending Bishop in motion. Take the snap. It's going to be a play action pass. He's going to be pressured to throw, and the pass will be incomplete.
Yeah, he trapped.
Pass intended for Javian Martin, the big tight end. This will bring up 2nd down and 10.
He's trying to come back to the ball, but it was just too underthrown.
We have seen a lot of these growing pains for Frazier. It is his 1st year starting off RC, his 1st year in high school. He is a freshman, so you will see those sort of growing pains. So now it's 2nd down and 10 at the 50. It looks like they're going to go back to the empty set. Caney Creek playing 2 deep safeties. So send this man in motion. He's going to look to throw, but he's going to be pressured as he throws it, and it'll be incomplete, bringing up 3rd down and 10. And now Caney Creek has a chance to get the ball back here if they can stop him on this big 3rd down.
Yeah, we were worried we might not have a very good game tonight, but right now it hasn't disappointed at all.
It has not. 7-0. Close game here with just under 7 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. After the 2nd quarter, you will see performances from both the Wildcat Band and the Mighty Panther Band, along with both of their drill teams and color guards. It's in the pistol formation. Frazier, another play action. He's going to look to throw it deep, and this time it will be caught by Martin, and he will have his helmet come off, but he will not before he gets dragged to about the, call it the 28-yard line. Or correction, the 23-yard line, as they are knocking on the door of the red zone here.
Yeah, that was Frazier's best pass of the night, hit his receiver in stride. That was his tight end, wasn't it?
That was his tight end, Javian Martin. So now, looks like they'll go back to that 3-receiver set. Shotgun formation. Take the snap, will be a play action.
Got a
He's
blitz
be
going.
pressured, and he's going to pass, will be caught just at about the 1st down mark. We'll have to see if he stepped out of bounds, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 15-yard line is what it will see. We have 2nd down and 2.
Frazier's had 2 back-to-back passes there. He may be getting into a stride here.
Could be picking up momentum, which would be big for Willis.
Panthers need to hold here.
Now in the empty set, he's going to take the snap. He's going to look to throw. Hits the receiver in the hands. Pass intended for number 5, Dalen Wilkerson, but wasn't able to hang on to it.
holding them to a field goal, I think, would be a moral victory for the Panthers.
Moral victory and a victory for the game because, like we mentioned earlier, the Panthers, they'll get the ball to start the second half. So if they can go down the field and score, get that 1-2 punch. Because now it looks like it's going to be a quick pass, but it looks like the Panthers will get to him before he gets to the first down. A good play there by the Caney Creek defense.
It's going to depend on the spot. I think he's marking him short.
They'll mark him short, so it looks like they will keep the offense out there instead of sitting on their field goal kicker.
Big play for the Panthers here.
This will be very big. Wouldn't be surprised if Willis tries to draw him offsides. So the Panthers will have to stay disciplined here on this play as they line up in the pistol formation.
They've come up with some big sacks, and there's a rush. There's a blitz.
It's going to be a run by Frazier, and he will get the first down inside the 10 to set up first down and goal.
Yeah, they had that corner blitz on, and Frazier just ran past him.
Good play there by Frazier, who hasn't been shown. Both these quarterbacks have that dual threat ability, and they haven't been afraid to show it tonight. With Marshall converting some big first downs, and now with Frazier having a big first down conversion of his own there on the ground. So we'll bring up first and goal at the 9. Frazier will take the snap. He's going to look to throw. He has his man wide open in the end zone. That is number 7. I believe that is number 7. That's the Batman, Jermaine Bishop, in there for 6.
Yeah, he put a move on that corner for the Panthers and got wide open. Got that corner to bite on a look in, and
so now it'll be Hargis on to kick this extra point to give the Wildcats a 14-0 lead. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. As now with 5 minutes and 17 seconds left until halftime, Willis takes the lead, 14-0. And that was after that huge punt. That was a 94-yard drive. Took up almost the entire, or at least half of the second quarter.
yeah, the Panther defense is getting tired. It's only this first half, but you can tell they're getting tired. And we have to give Frazier some credit. He's hitting some passes now that he was missing earlier in the game.
So now we'll have to see how Caney Creek can respond on offense.
Yeah, they need to put some points on the board.
Last time Hargis kicked it deep. We'll have to see if he does the same here.
He's got a good foot. I noticed he put that ball almost in the building over there, that extra point. He's got a good foot. And he does have a little bit of a wind behind him, too.
He does have the wind going with him, but to return for Caney Creek will be a number 1, Amari Hughes, and number 7, Jance Baselli. Baselli had the huge kickoff return earlier that was called back for a penalty.
Looks like he's going to pooch it.
It will be a little bit of a pooch kick. And the ball will be bobbled, but it will be recovered at the 21-yard line. Looks like 2 Caney Creek returners ran into each other there.
Yeah, it's one of those plays where a little baseball rule comes into play. You call the ball, right?
Gonna call the ball, wave the guy off. I got it. I don't got it.
And I would imagine the same rule applies. Whoever's behind or whoever's going to catch the ball moving forward has the first rights to it.
So now we will see Marshall and the Caney Creek offense come out onto the field. Something that Caney Creek has been doing so far in this game is having Christian Contreras out there as a fullback. You don't see very many teams in the district or in this region using a fullback like Caney Creek has tonight. It looks like it will be a new running back in the game as well. Derek Thompson, a freshman, and he will get the handoff here, and he will get, it looks like, to about the line of scrimmage is where they'll mark him for progress for no gain.
Yeah, that defensive front for Willis beginning to take control here.
Looks like just under 5 minutes left to go here in the first half as the Panthers will get the play from the send his man in motion. He's going to look to throw. It's going to be another quick pass. He's going to look to throw it, but it'll fall to the turn before it can even get to a receiver. It looks like he was trying to hit number 16. Is that correct? Am I correct on that being number 16?
Correct.
Number 16, who was listed on our roster to be Cayman Farrow, a quarterback.
Yeah, in that particular case, I was watching the Panther receivers. They need to run better patterns. They're not running their pattern. And the quarterback's going to have to be looking for you where you're going to be. And when you cut your pattern off, don't run your pattern completely. You can't blame it on the quarterback when he can't get you the ball.
So now 3rd down and long. There'll be a timeout for Caney Creek.
Timeout. Caney Creek.
I think what maybe happened on that play, though, Marshall initially rolled to his left, and when he did, those receivers on his right kind of just got laxy-daisy a little bit with their pattern, and when he turned around to throw to his right, they were kind of out of position.
And on that play, he was actually looking for number 18, J.J. Martinez, not number 16. We apologize for that on our end.
Well, those letters that they have on those jerseys, some, like, for example, the letters on Willis, they're easy to recognize. Some of these jerseys, they're smaller letters, closer together. It's hard to tell. You almost have to use your field glasses. We're not like the network guys that have somebody spotting for them,
We wish we did. If anybody wants to volunteer, we will gladly accept your help.
Talking in our ear, telling us who is what.
So now they will have man check in the formation as a 6th offensive lineman. An interesting bunch formation here, pistol formation too. Take the snap, it'll be a handoff. And he won't get very much of anywhere, which will bring up 4th down and 12 for the Panther offense. And now a late flag comes in.
Yeah, that play, Willis pretty much had that one spelled out.
A little bit of extracurricular after the play. We'll have to see who it goes on. So we'll wait. The official call from the referee.
After the play was over, we have personal foul, unnecessary roughness on number 2 of the defense. Personal foul, unnecessary of the offense. Those penalties offset.
So we'll have offsetting penalties on the play.
Play it over.
Play it over, which if they're going to play it over, they will have to respot the ball. It was 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, I think it's
they're gonna
make it a spot foul.
Spot foul, so it will be 4th down and 12. Offense will stay out on the field for Caney Creek.
I don't think they're going to come back with that same formation.
Very interesting to see that on this 4th and long, they will keep the offense out, especially at this part of the field.
My correction, they're not going to play it over. The penalties offset. They play it's not a, well, what are we going to do here? Get a timeout?
Timeout. Caney Creek, that's your 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Final timeout of the half as the punt team will come out with the punter, Logan Massey. So now, that's actually a little smart because it looks like they were going to go for it there for a second.
They did.
Maybe they were just trying to see what Willis would come out in to determine if they still wanted to go for it. They must have saw something they didn't like as they did take the timeout, and they will send the punting unit on. So far, what do you think Caney Creek has to do to keep themselves in this game and keep it from getting out of hand?
Move the ball. Plain and simple. Move the ball. Keep possession. They're getting a little sloppy here late in the 2nd quarter. They were making some big plays earlier, had them called back because of penalties.
So it'll be Friend to return, and it'll be at about his own 45-yard line. Last punt. Snap was a little high, but he was able to corral it, and it was still a good punt by Massey.
He got a good roll.
As Massey awaits the snap, will take it. Now, taking a little bit of time, it will be another good punt. And they'll roll out of bounds at the 46-yard line for Willis, which will be good starting field position for the Wildcats.
Good kick, no run back. Any punt you get with a no run back is typically a good punt.
Massey has had some pretty good punts so far today.
Looks like he had about 38 yards on that kick.
So now we'll have to see what Willis does. They have been running out of that empty formation a lot today. We'll have to see if they can stick with that or if they go to focus more on the pistol formation that we saw them use last drive and the shotgun. As it appears, they will go to a pistol. As Frazier will have two receivers to his left and right. He'll take the snap, he'll look to throw. He's being pressured. He's got all day. He's got a man downfield, and it will be caught for a touchdown. There he is, number 18, Tyler Andrade there with a big play for the Wildcats.
That was prettiest toss tonight.
That was an amazing pass by Frazier, able to connect there. We'll call it almost a 55-yard passing touchdown. Touchdown will be Hargis on to kick.
I'm sure Coach Miller is hoping he sees a bunch more of those over that kid's career.
Now that was a one-play drive, so not much taken off the clock. As the snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good. As that kick actually hit one of the pan props that you will see used at halftime for Caney Creek.
He's got a playoff foot. That's the kind of kicker that'll put you in the playoffs when in those close games.
Willis now leads 21-0. 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the game. So there's still a lot of football left to be played. Still an entire half. And we've seen this Caney Creek team. They've come down from deficits before. The thing that immediately comes to mind is Conroe last year, where they almost made the comeback when it was 45-42. It was an amazing game, just in general. We'll have to see how Hargis will kick it off, because last time was a pooch kick. The other two times, they were big, deep kicks.
Woodlands has taken total control of that game at Wood Forest. They're now up 31-7 with 6:24 left in the first half.
Same returners for Caney Creek, Hughes and Baselli. So it looks like Hargis will kick it deep. And he will. And this one will be returned by Hughes. He's going to look to try to find some blockers. He's going to break some tackles. No, he will not. And he will be thrown down at the 24-yard line. So about where the ball would have come out if he would have let that go into the end zone for a touchdown.
Good run, though. Good run. Fielded it right at the goal line. Able to get it out to the 24.
24-yard return there for Hughes.
+4, right?
So we'll have to see how Caney Creek can respond. Last drive, they've been punting a lot today. But they have also shown that they are able to move the ball. So we'll have to see exactly what happens on this drive. If it's more of that same that we've seen as of late in the second quarter with the punts, or if they are able to get their momentum back and get some first downs.
We got a new quarterback back there, a different formation.
It is still
No,
Marshall.
I take that back. Marshall, he's under center.
Single back. It will be a handoff, though, and it will be met in the backfield by a whole host of Wildcats.
Willis
led by Oh, wait a minute. I thought the ball came out there, but it didn't. And that will be number 10 leading the way. Nazarene Guy, true football guy there on the tackle.
Willis continues to control that line of scrimmage.
Games are won and lost in the trenches, as they say. As now Marshall lined up. They're using those 2 tight ends. Something interesting. He'll send his man in motion, Hughes. He'll take the snap. He'll look to throw. He's being pressured. Now he's going to look to try to run for a few yards, and he will get some, but it'll still be 3rd down and long. Looks like it'll be 3rd down and 9 for this Caney Creek offense.
It will stop the clock. We got 2:21 left in the half.
Let's not forget, new addition to high school football here in the state of Texas, 2-minute warnings at the end of each half. So 21 seconds until then, which could be a big benefactor for Caney Creek.
I think technically, though, they call it the 2-minute timeout. It's not the warning anymore, I think, Wes. I'm not sure about that. I think they call it the
2-minute timeout.
Not that it matters. I would suspect most people still call it the warning.
Now, there'll be another quick screen pass, but he will be dragged down by his face mask. So that will be a penalty, and that will give Caney Creek a 1st down.
Yeah, they got caught a break there. That was one you could have called from the other side of the field.
Now we're just waiting on the referees to make it official.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 10, 15-yard penalty for the end of the run, automatic, 1st down.
Which will move the chains and give Caney Creek a 1st down. So I have to see. That could change a little bit of the momentum on this drive. We have 12 seconds left until that 2-minute timeout. It's 41-yard, or they're at their own 41-yard line is Caney Creek. So the clock is running. It looks like they will take it to the 2-minute timeout.
2 good bands playing tonight here. That's the good thing about district play is you get to see the high school bands, their color guard, drill team. But Wes, if you would, we've got some time here while the bands are getting set up, and maybe after as well. I'd like for you to talk a little bit about your TV show that you have here at Conroe High School.
I do indeed, for our little TV station, YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it. It's KTIG on YouTube. I do have my own talk show. It's called Wes's World, and I love it. It's fun to do. It's fun to produce, and I love seeing people that actually come up to me like, "Hey, man, I like your show." So that makes my day every day, honestly.
Well, the audio-visual program here at Conroe High School is, I think, a premier program. The instructors who teachers who put that program together should be applauded.
Yes, they should.
I want you to talk a little bit about the type of programming you have on there. I mean, what would you say is your philosophy with that program? What are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to do?
I think for the program, I'm just trying to have fun with it. Have fun. Just have a fun, entertaining show and entertain some people throughout the school day. As now, Caney Creek offense will come out on the field for 1st down and 10. Interesting formation here. 5 receivers to Marshall's right. I'll have to see what this is. We'll send one of them in motion.
We got a whistle.
There'll be a timeout from the Wildcats.
Yeah. Coach Miller over there said, "Hey, let's see what they're doing. Got going on here."
Caney Creek, they have not been afraid to implement some of these wacky formations, some of these interesting motions. They love to send people in motion, which is what we've seen throughout the game. And with that formation there, they have run some stuff before, some Wildcat formation, some of those trickier plays that you would normally see from like an Andy Reid type of coach.
You might see a little bit of a cat and mouse game going on right now with these play calling formations. So is it your program? Is it every day, once a week, once a month?
So we run a show on our channel almost every day, except for some Mondays if we don't have a show ready. But it's usually at least one show a day. my show is always the first one. The talk show either comes out on Mondays or Tuesdays. So it's really fun to produce. I am the head producer for it and the host, so I get to choose like what guests come on and how we do stuff. So that's one of the really fun things about doing it, is that I am able to choose and basically create my own show. As now, they will switch out of that interesting formation for this first down. Split formation in the shotgun. There'll be 3 receivers to his left. Now sending 4. Now it will be, pass will be batted down at the line.
Well, tipped in the backfield.
Tipped in the backfield by number 9, Jacoby Blanks. Which you love to see whenever those defensive linemen are able to get those big, meaty paws up and smack the ball down. We saw it in the Chargers and Chiefs game with defensive tackle Tier Tart, who had a major impact on the game. You've seen it before with guys such as J.J. Watt, where they can really impact plays with that ability to jump up and knock the ball out of the air. So now, Marshall will line up in the pistol. He'll take the snap. It'll be a handoff. He'll get about a yard to bring up another 3rd down and long for Caney Creek.
Williams, big impact player there. Did you say he's already promised or committed to a program, a college?
Timeout.
Williams.
Willis.
Well, he's only 11th. He's only an 11th grader, but still.
I do know that Jermaine Bishop is committed to the University of Texas. I do not have any word on Williams, whether he is getting looks or if he is committed to any colleges.
I don't think you can commit in 11th grade, can you?
I don't believe so.
At least not now. That might change.
Shall see with all the new NIL deals and stuff.
Saw a good segment on that the other day, Wes, about NIL and high school football. They can get offers, but they can't get the money until they graduate, which is the way it ought to be.
So now Marshall lined up in the shotgun. Motion this man in. He's going to look to pass. It's going to be a screen pass. Hughes is going to try to break some tackles, but it'll get about 5 yards, to bring up 4th down and 4. And it looks like we will have another timeout on the play.
Yeah, 1:44 left in the half. Willis is going to call a timeout and stop the clock, anticipating getting the ball back here with it being 4th down.
Now, be 4th down and medium. We'll have to see. It looks like they're going to send the punt team out, so they won't go for it here, even though they are in the middle of the field, that almost no man's land area.
Well, trailing 21-0, they don't want that game to get too far ahead. Although you did make an interesting comment, they do get the ball first to start the second half.
Minute 44 left in the second quarter. So we wait for the teams to come out of the timeout.
Should have some great halftime shows coming up here.
I do believe that we will. Just taking a look at some of the props that are just out there right now. It looks like it'll be very interesting.
We'll step away from the microphone, turn up the field mic, and give our YouTube audience an opportunity to better hear some of those performances. Color guard, band, drill team, they all work hard.
Now it'll be Massey on the punt, and Jermaine Bishop will actually be the return man for Willis. He'll be lined up at his own 25.
Good kick.
This kick will be away. It looks like it won't be caught, but it will take a Caney Creek roll inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line, which is where the Wildcats will start this drive, but there is a flag down on the play.
Typically where you find holding, offensive holding, we'll see. They are talking to the Caney Creek captain.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the receiving team, number 2. That penalty will be enforced at the end of the kick. First down, Willis.
That will give Caney Creek a bit of a break, add 15 yards to the turf that the Willis will have to cover.
Willis will now start at their own 7-yard line. 1:35 left and 93 yards to go to the end zone if they want to score before halftime. But let's not forget about their kicker, Argus, who, like you said earlier, that's a playoff leg. He can boom some kicks. So where would you say for Willis would be their kind of target to get into field goal range?
Well, Frazier has gotten better on his passes. That last one he threw was a beautiful pass. I think they're going to come out throwing and try to look for some long passes here. Look for him to try to make up a lot of yardage in a short amount of time.
Frazier will look to throw. He's going to look to throw it deep down the field, and it'll be caught by Jermaine Bishop. No, they will. Yes, they will say it will be a catch by Jermaine Bishop. A huge play there by the Longhorn commit.
About a 40-yard pass there.
Mark it at the 39 and a first down for the Wildcats. Neither of these teams have a timeout left, but since he went out of bounds, that will stop the clock with 1:28 seconds left.
Look for him to go long again.
It's now pistol formation. Send this man in motion. He's going to look to throw. He's being pressured, and he will be sacked in the backfield. Number 0, Xavier Martinez again with a sack on Frazier.
Good moral play there, moral victory. Take a little momentum back. Good penetration.
So now Frazier, they'll move to a regular shotgun formation with his running back. It's going to be a quick pass to Bishop. Bishop's going to break off some tackles. He's got a whole host of Panthers there, and he will be ran out of bounds for about a gain of a yard to bring up third down and about, we'll call it 18 or 19.
Your comment earlier, Wes, that these Panthers don't quit. They're showing it here.
They are one of those teams that is good at swarming to the football. They have definitely shown that here tonight. Now Frazier will take the pass, will look to throw. Looks like it's going to be a screen pass to the tight end, but he will not get enough for the first down. And Caney Creek looks like they will have to punt. The play clock is ahead of the game clock by about a second, so we will get one more play. But we'll have to see what they do here. It looks like they're going to keep the offense out on the field. Don't want to risk a big return.
Well, you got, 20 seconds left on the field clock and 16 seconds left on the play clock. So they'll probably call a timeout with 2 seconds left.
Neither team has any timeouts, so that's what makes it very interesting.
Nope, they're going to run it.
Snap it. We have throw to Bishop. He's going to look to try to find some running room, but that will take us to the end of the second half and into halftime with Willis leading 21-0, and we will step away so you don't have to listen to our voices during the amazing band and drill team performances by the Mighty Panther Band and by the Willis Wildcats.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the center of the field. sponsors, Alongside Bliss, Railroad Cafe and Goods, and Ray Financial Credit Union for their support this evening. We encourage our Wildcat fans to head online to WillsFreeHuts.net to register their pay for the base students up for our fall future store activity happening tomorrow morning in the Willis Pack. Go Cats! On the field is under the direction of senior drum majors Dulce Cordero and Shirley Mansaldo, junior drum majors Drew Walker and Nick Osorio, club guard captain Valentino Romo. This year's main show is entitled What's Your Next Move? And the good music from the Queen's Gambit, the Queen of the Night aria, Bohemian Rhapsody, in the Hall of the Mountain King, Anthem from Chess the Musical, and Douglas, Queen of Sheba. program is made possible in part thanks to the generous support of Willis ISD Education Foundation and our other community partners. Black Diamond, Hotel Rental, Iggy's Barbecue Joint, Double J Construction, Lake Conrad Dentistry, Edward Jones' Mr. Wade Hollis, the Robert Graham team, and the Jason family. Special thank yous go out to the West Band Boosters for their continued support and endless dedication, semi-truck drivers Mr. Doug Williamson and Justin Haymaker, Willis ISD Fine Arts Director Mr. Kenny Lonsky, Willis High School Principal Mr. Eric King, the teachers and administrators of Willis High School, Willis ISD Board of Trustees and Central Administrative Leadership Team, Superintendent Dr. Kimberly James. If you are interested in partnering with the Wildcat Band and CoGuard as corporate sponsors, please email wbboosters@gmail.com. Go Cats!
10.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed the halftime festivities here from two amazing bands. But now we'll get back to some amazing football, hopefully, here in the second half.
Yeah, the Panthers get the ball first, trailing 21-0. What are you thinking, Wes? What do they got to do?
Well,
other than put points on the board.
Well, yeah, they got to put points on the board, obviously. As here come the Willis Wildcats, who currently lead the Panthers 21-0, and now here come the Panthers also concurrently. Both teams coming out of their respective tunnels here. But yeah, what do you think they need to do? What does Caney Creek need to do? They get the ball back to start the half. They're about to receive. So what do they need to do to kind of get back into this football game?
Well, their initial series is going to really, in my opinion, set the tone for the rest of the game. If they cannot come out and score, it's going to be a long half. And I see the digital lights upgrade for Buddy Moorhead Stadium just showed up for the. That's probably going to become a lot more
advanced and more fun.
Well, once we get closer to playoffs and the bigger games, perhaps the rivalries.
And those rivalry week games, I believe at this stadium they will have Conroe and the Woodlands later in the year. I think it is Conroe's turn to host them at home.
Yep.
As we will see the kickoff unit come out for Willis. Cancerero actually on the kick instead of the place kicker, Alec Parkus. Once again, your returners for Caney Creek will be Vaselli and will be Hughes, both lined up at about their own 10-yard line.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm sorry.
It looks like Cancerero will line up for a hooch kick. It seems. Lines it up. The kick will be a short kick, and it looks like it will go out of bounds.
That'll pull the flag.
So that'll give them some good field position to start here for this Caney Creek offense.
Again, they really need to move the ball here. They had some spurts in the first half where they really did well. Had some big plays, but unfortunately the penalty flag negated them. They had some good runs of defense. Several big sacks.
Free kick out of bounds.
But as the half rolled on, I think Willis began, truthfully, Frazier began hitting some of those long passes. That's when the wheels began to come off for Caney Creek. Hopefully they can put them back on, get a quick score here.
So now Marshall will run from the empty backfield. 3 receivers to his left and 2 to his right. He's going to look to pass. Now it's going to be a quarterback draw, actually, and he's going to look to run, but he won't get anywhere.
A good defensive pursuit there by number 10, Nazarene Guy, on that play.
Was indeed Guy on the tackles. Now it brings up second down and 10, which getting those short yards on first down, 1 yard or no gain, it seems like it has been the storyline so far for Caney Creek.
Well, there's an old college coach years ago that used to say 4 or more. You always want to get 4 or more on the first down.
So now 3 receivers to his left from Marshall. Be a handoff to the running back, Williams, and he's going to try to get the first down, and he's going to get close to it. A rugby scrum trying to push, and it looks like the forward progress. Oh, and the late flag flies.
I knew a flag was getting ready to come out. Extracurricular activity. It's going to go against Willis.
Talking to number 71, Dejon Moore. It looks like he may be the recipient.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 71 of the defense.
So now that is huge as it puts Caney Creek into Wildcat territory at the Willis 42-yard line.
Yeah, but Caney Creek has got to capitalize on it. Get some points on the board.
So now Marshall split shotgun formation with Williams the back. Take the snap, will look to throw.
Got
He's got
good time.
Now he's getting
Well.
pressured, and now they're going to give him the sack. They're going to whistle it, play dead, and that'll be number 85, Javian Martin there on the sack.
And just like that, they're 2nd and 20.
2nd and 20, backed up to their own 48-yard line now. So we'll have to see what Caney Creek does. One thing to know, they have been rotating their running backs throughout the game. Right now, it is the sophomore, Aaron Williams. His 3 receivers to his right from Marshall. It's going to look to be a quick pass, and it's going to be intercepted. And he's going to try to rumble the 44, the 35, the 30. He could go. A pick 6 for the defensive lineman. Do you love to see it? A thick pick 6 for the tight end. Also, Javian Martin, an amazing play, able to sniff out the screen pass, but there is a flag down. We'll have to see if that could be coming back.
Typically thrown in an area where you have a block in the back. We'll see.
The result of the play was an interception by the defense. During the return, we have a hold on the return team, number 12, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Willis, first down.
Yeah, Marshall threw that ball into a lot of traffic there, and it was a good tip play exercised by the defensive lineman there to bring that ball down.
Also, so it's one of the reasons why they do love to use him as a tight end. Is now Willis will take over at the Caney Creek 40-yard line.
But I don't think that penalty will keep him from reliving that tonight.
Not at all. You love to see those tipped passes that get returned for 6.
Those defensive linemen don't get to catch a pass too often, do they?
No, but he is back on the field as a tight end, so he is one of the ones where he does get to see the ball a little bit. It's now empty formation for Frazier. Caney Creek will send 4. It's going to be a quick pass to Bishop, and Bishop makes a man miss, and he will get 15 yards there on the quick catch and run.
Yep, Frazier really getting into his stride now. That's a beautiful pass, out pattern, hit his receiver squarely in the hands, caught it with his hands, able to get that extra yardage. Panthers are going to have to dig in here, do it quick.
Now once again going with the empty set. He's going to look to throw again to Bishop.
I like the same play.
Bishop will get 5 on this reception. Jermaine Bishop, very much the focal point of Willis, it seems. And we talked about earlier, I asked you earlier, how is he going to impact the game? And he's showing it all game on both sides of the football that he's impacting it pretty well.
Yeah, but when you play both ways like that, you begin to wear down in that fourth quarter. But I don't think it's going to matter too much the way Willis is moving the ball right now.
So once again, same formation. He's going to be hit as he throws, and the pass will be incomplete.
Looks like there was a mix-up there on the pattern.
They'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Wildcats.
Panther had a pretty good rush there.
Was a good rush there by the Panthers, so we'll have to see. Looks like they're going back to the empty formation that they've ran all drive so far. Let's have to see what Frazier can do as he has 3 receivers to his right.
I'm not seeing any of the Panthers with their hands on their hips yet. Just starting the second half.
Bishop will go in motion. The pass will be to Bishop, but he won't be able to complete it.
Again, very, very sporadic on his throws tonight, but again, do you expect that with a freshman?
It looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field here for a 4th down and 5. Very interesting, as we know that their kicker, he would have an amazing shot to get a field goal here. I mean, you can see from the extra point, he was sending it almost, like you said, to the campus of Conroe High, almost hitting that building.
He looks like a kid that can kick the ball, kick 40-yarders all day, and they're well within that.
It's now shotgun formation. Bishop will go in motion. They will snap it. It will be a pass, but it will be number 9 Logan, or it will be number 9 Owen Manshak there. But there will be a flag down.
It's probably going to be a hold.
Holding, number 71 on the offense. That penalty will make it
Penalty declined. First down, Caney Creek. A huge play there
was
for the defense.
Big moral victory there for them to get the ball back.
As they will take over at their own 25-yard line here. Have to see if they can try to replicate some of the success from that last drive, minus the interception, of course.
They're not quitting, like you said before this game started.
They have nothing to lose, so they're going to give 110% throughout the game. So now they're going back. They're actually not going to the pistol formation. Shotgun, 3 receivers to the left of Marshall. Motion his man in. It'll be a handoff to Williams, and he will get nowhere. They're going to give him forward progress of a yard. So now we'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Panthers.
Willis is lining up and almost daring Panthers to throw the ball.
Which we have seen that they can connect on some of those short passes. They can get a couple of yards, which seems to be what they will need here on 2nd down and 9, which is a situation that they actually see themselves in a lot this game, it seems.
Yeah, but Marshall really hasn't had a lot of time back there tonight.
That's just a testament to this Willis defensive line. So now Marshall, he will look to pass. He will be pressured. Now he's going to go on the run. He's directing traffic down the field. And now he's going to try to run, and he will be flipped over his head over Jermaine Bishop. And he will get 5 yards there on the carry, though.
I think that looked a lot worse than it actually was. He went high in the air, but he had a lot of bodies to cushion the fall.
So now with just 7 minutes, 35 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Willis still up 21-0 on Caney Creek. It's now 3rd down and 5 here.
This is a very makeable play here.
Play clock is winding down.
Call timeout.
We'll get a timeout from Caney Creek.
Yeah, very, very, very makeable first down play here.
Caney Creek, first yard timeout of the half.
We will have to see what the Panthers draw up here for the 3rd down and 5.
Tell me a little bit more about that TV program you have here. Who you got coming on next week?
I think we're still trying to figure out some of the logistics about who we're going to have on next week, so I can't give you a for sure answer just yet. But
how many people does it take to produce your program or to deliver it?
Well, to deliver it, we obviously have me, and I am the producer and the host. And then there's also all of the camera people who work in the studio. And we also have about, I would say, 4 or 5 people back in our control room where they are the ones switching the cameras or actually directing the show, letting us know what needs to be done when, if we should wrap it up quickly, or also running like the teleprompters that we have and stuff. So it actually takes a small village.
Yeah, I was mentioning earlier the audio-visual program. Am I saying it right? Is it audio? Do they refer to it as audio-visual or digital?
Audio-visual.
Audio-visual. The program here is awesome, and as evidenced by the fact that most of the staff that produce these football games are students.
They are students or former students. He's now on the 3rd down play. Looks like it's going to be a bootleg. He's going to try to throw for it just a little too high for his intended receiver, number 5, Bakari Worthy. It's now bring up 4th down, and it will also bring on the punt team.
Yeah, the Panther Creek receivers look like they need to do a better job of finding the gap in those zones. Looked like Marshall was throwing where he wanted the receiver to be, and the receiver wasn't there.
Massey on the punt again. Jermaine Bishop to return. Massey has had some good punts so far today.
He has had some excellent punts. Always seems to get the bounce.
And that will be another good punt there. And it will take a bounce out of bounds at about the 36-yard line is where they will mark it.
And he's not a big kid.
No, he is not, but that was still about a 40, 50-yard punt right there.
Exactly. He reminds me of a golfer that has a sweet swing, and the ball just shoots off the club. You don't think he's really swinging, and he's not really, doesn't appear to be swinging that hard, but it's all in the technique. He's got good technique in punting a ball.
Now the Wildcats offense will take the field at their own 36-yard line. Frazier line up in the pistol. 2 receivers stacked to his right, 1 to the top of your screen on his left. So send Bishop in motion. High snap will be able to corral it. Quarterback keeper, tackle made on the play there by Xavier Martinez for Caney Creek.
Martinez did a good job. He was not faked by that play at all. Stayed right there with Frazier.
It's not the first time they've ran one of those almost power read plays, it seems, for Willis. Those read options seem to be something they have done a lot today. Well, unless that's how they screwed up and I'm being faked out, which in that case, they're doing a really good job. Now, shotgun formation, 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Caney Creek is showing a blitz. There'll be a handoff up the middle, and they'll get 2 yards to bring up 3rd down and 8.
Good stop there. The possession down for Willis.
So now it will be a good victory, a moral victory, if Caney Creek is indeed able to stop them here and get the ball back.
We're looking for a pass here. 3rd and long.
3rd and long, running out of the empty formation. Send his man in motion. It will be a pass. He's going to throw it deep for Bishop over the middle of the field, and he is gone. You can kiss him goodbye. All the way to the end zone goes Jermaine Bishop.
If you noticed, he did exactly what I talked about earlier. He found the crease in the zone, and Frazier hit him perfectly.
That's another touchdown on the day for the University of Texas commit. As now it'll once again be Hargis on to kick the extra point. The holder today has been number 81, Eli Bracken. So now, snap is good, hold is good, kick is up and good. Once again, another long PAT. He has been booming these point after attempts.
Those are 40-yard field goals.
If he was at Wood Forest right now, I would be calling somebody probably to go get the ball off of the roof, as we saw in a couple of games last year with some of those kickers. It was Starzik, I believe, for the Woodlands, who kicked about 3 or 4 footballs onto the roof of the building that is right behind the goalpost at Wood Forest Bank Stadium.
Yeah, that kid has a foot too, or a leg, you should say.
So we'll see the return team come out. Once again, will be Cantarero. It's a kick. We'll have to see if it's another pooch kick like it was the last time. It looks like that is what he is lining up for. So now he's making sure everybody is set, giving the signal. And no, this time he will kick it deep. Hughes will catch it and will return it. And he's got some room upfield. He's at the 45,
foot race,
the 40.
Foot race.
It's a foot race, and he's going to beat him. He's at the 30, the 25, the 15, the 10, down to the 5-yard line. No flags on the field this time. A huge return for Caney Creek.
I'm surprised they caught him. I thought he had it. I thought he was going to go all the way.
Hughes is a very fast man there. So that was almost about an 80-yard return.
Now
for number 1, the senior Amarian Hughes.
Now let's see if they can punch it in.
Correction, the sophomore Amarian Hughes. They'll bring up 1st down and goal at the Wildcat 8.
I know the Panthers would love to get that goose egg off the board.
They're looking for their first points of the season, I believe. Or no, I do believe they did score against Waller. They got shut out last week against Montgomery. But now they have a new quarterback in the game. That is Peyton Beckett. And the ball is out. The ball is still loose. And Willis will recover. A huge break there for the Wildcat defense. High snap. Beckett couldn't recover it, couldn't corral it, and that is going to be huge for Willis.
Kind of play that just takes the air out, Wes. Just takes the air out.
Especially after a huge return like that from Hughes. Now Willis will take the field, looking to replicate what they did last drive with that touchdown, that deep touchdown to Jermaine Bishop. So now in the shotgun formation is Frazier. Bishop will be in motion. There'll be a handoff. He's going to look to find some room. He's breaking some tackles. And he'll stumble to about, we'll have to see where they're marking. They're going to mark him at the 37-yard line.
Good hard run there. Getting late now a little bit, and they're beginning to break those tackles. I do see some players Panther players with their hands on their hips. Still not football weather yet, Wes. It's still hot out there.
Now Frazier will look to pass to Bishop again. Bishop breaking more. Or correction, that was not Jermaine Bishop on the reception. That is Dalen Wilkerson. But either way, a big first down.
He looked like Bishop the way he caught that ball and ran with it.
Yeah, it was probably, they do work together a lot, I would assume, in practice. So probably emulating sort of Bishop's style. He is going to be a classification one class younger, as he is a junior and Bishop is a senior. As Frazier will take the snap, he'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Now he's going to try to escape the pocket, try to throw it forward above the line of scrimmage. It'll be an incomplete pass.
Good heads-up play there by Frazier.
Second down and 10 now for the Wildcats. And Frazier, he has been connecting more on those passes. Looks like he got some of the little first half jitters out. So we'll have to see if that can continue or if they go back to the run here. Now, two receivers to his left and right stacked, and it'll be a handoff. They will go back to the run. He's going to find some running room, and it'll be to get to the 23-yard line. That is number 18 on the carry, Tyler Andrade. We have seen Andrade get more and more involved in this game. Putting him at running back and at wide receiver. Now, shotgun formation. Andrade to Frazier's right. So it's going to be a quick pass to Andrade, just a little too tall.
You had a receiver going down the sideline wide open there. Didn't notice him.
Bring up second down and 10. Feels like we've been saying second down and 10 a lot this game for both teams. Frazier once again in the shotgun. He'll look to throw.
Plenty of time.
He's going to try to run, and he's going to throw it to Bishop across the field, and he's going to step out of bounds a yard or two short of the first down marker.
I can see why that kid is committed to Texas. I think the word you like to use for a player like that, Wes, is he's electric.
He's very electric whenever he gets his hands on the football. We've also seen that they like to use him in the running game. Some of those jet motions, jet sweeps, we should say. As there we see it, and we see it right there. It's going to be flipped forward to him, and there he goes again for his third touchdown on the day. Jermaine Bishop gets in for 6.
Made that look easy.
that he did as he gives Willis the 34-0 lead here. 35 pending this extra point by Hargis.
We've got some great district matchups coming up this season, Wes. I can see it. It's not the typically people would say, well, the Woodlands has got it wrapped up. There's some parity in this conference in this district now,
especially with the way that College Park has been playing. College Park, their quarterback Camden Hughes. I want you to just try to believe this: in 3 games, he has 18 touchdowns.
Well, and you like to say, yeah, but Willis has they're having an easy time tonight. But when you look at the way they run their plays, when you look at the way the passes are being thrown, good tight spirals, the timing, precision, that's going to win you games no matter who you're up against.
Exactly. So now looks like it will be Contrero lining up for another pooch kick here. The last time he did send it deep. This one's a shorter kick. He'll be fair caught at about the 21-yard line. Correction, the 22-yard line, which is where this Caney Creek offense will try to respond to all the points that Willis is putting up on the board.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker earlier. Got down to the 10-yard line, 15-yard line. First play from scrimmage, fumble it away.
Be interesting to see if Beckett stays in the game at quarterback, as he was the quarterback for that play, as it will be Marshall. So it looks like on that goal line play with the fumble, there could have been some sort of trickery that they were trying.
Could have been. It was a high snap. And it can be difficult for a new quarterback to come in, and the center, typically when it's the center's being snapped.
So it'll be a handoff. So that's the freshman, I believe, number 31, Derek Thompson.
Or when the quarterback goes under center and the new quarterback comes in, many times you might see a miscue there. But in that case, I think the ball was just high, and maybe a little bit before the quarterback was expecting it.
Bring up 2nd down and 11 for this Panther offense. It's now 2nd down and 11. They have been faced with these 2nd downs and 3rd down and longs all game. It's now Marshall in the shotgun. Take the snap, whistles before the play, most likely a false start on the offense.
2:19 left in the quarter.
False start, offense, number 18, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Be a false start on the
Second down.
junior wide receiver J.J. Martinez. Bring up 2nd down and 16.
What are the big games tomorrow in college football, Wes?
I will have to look those up. I know A&M and Notre Dame
Tomorrow night
on ABC. And I believe USF plays Miami, which if they play the way that they did against Florida, they might have a chance. It's now a good pass. Will get about 2 yards from the original line of scrimmage, and that will bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Panthers.
Yeah, that was a great play. Worthy there did exactly what I talked about earlier. He found a good seam, and Marshall was able to connect.
So tomorrow, for college football, you have Wisconsin and Alabama, which will be a good game.
It will be. I think they're playing that one at Wisconsin, too. Looks like we're going to have another false start.
Another false start, which gives us more time to talk about these games. Georgia and Tennessee will play at 2:30.
False start on.
Is that one between the hedges? Is that one between the hedges at Georgia?
I do not know. I believe it is at Tennessee, so it will be at Rocky Top. And then number 18 ranked South Florida actually will take on the number 5 ranked Miami Hurricanes.
That'll be a barn burner.
And then Florida and LSU play where you will catch former Willis graduate, former Willis quarterback DJ Lagway. It's now Marshall on 3rd and long. Send his man in motion, a bootleg. He's going to throw too high for number 7, Jance Baselli, the junior wide receiver, as they'll bring on Massey for another punt.
He had him open, just overshot him.
So we'll have to see who returns for the Wildcats. It'll be number 4, Amaje Friend. Hope he's a good guy, you know. You would love to have Friend as a friend. Why can't we be friends? Massey's kick is blocked, and it'll be rounded up by one of the defensive linemen, I believe. That is number 15, Waylon Nolan.
Another flag comes in.
There's the flag. We'll have to see what it's about.
That looked like
After the play was over, unnecessary roughness, number 2 of the receiving team. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down, Willis.
You know, I have to give the officials credit tonight. They're really trying to keep this game under control, and I think they're doing a good job of it.
I think so too. They are commanding the respect that they deserve. So now that will bring them out of the red zone, but we'll still give them a pretty good field position. Let's see where the officials mark it. They'll mark it at the 30-yard line. So Willis will start at the Caney Creek 30, so only 30 yards to go to the end zone.
Of course, the Wildcats are not going to be in any hurry right here.
36 seconds left in the third quarter. So we will see Frazier line up in the shotgun. Split formation, 2 receivers to his left and to his right. He'll motion out his running back. He'll look to throw now. He's going to look to throw deep for the big man, and he will go up, climb the ladder, and make the catch. Down at the 1-yard line is number 85, Javian Martin.
These Wildcats are going to be fun to watch this year.
They have been fun to watch these past couple of years. It's now Willis, 1st and goal from the 1. Have to see if the Wildcats run a play.
Martin just used his size and height advantage there to go up and bring that ball down.
That he definitely did. As it looks like we will run out of time in the third quarter. The start of the fourth quarter, Willis 35, Caney Creek to 0.
End of the third quarter.
So far, what do you think has been the main reason why Willis has been able to keep this score the way it is and keep Caney Creek shut out and not able to get into this game?
Well, offensively, they've got a quarterback that can throw the ball. They really haven't had much of a running game, but they haven't had to have much of a running game the way Frazier throws that football. It's his receivers. His receivers have been running good, clean patterns, getting into the seams. He's been finding them. He's not playing like a freshman. He's playing more like a junior. I can't imagine what this kid's going to look like when he gets to be a senior. Caney Creek has had their moments. They played real tight in that first quarter. I think we were, 7-0 at the end of the first quarter?
7-0 at the end of the first quarter. And then the second quarter is where Willis really starts to run away with it.
Well, and Caney Creek got hurt bad on the hurt themselves with a penalty. They had a couple of deep drives and
that opening screen
big
pass
plays.
That opening screen pass that would have been a touchdown had it not have been for the holding penalty.
So they can play better ball, just need to clean it up.
So now it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. for this Wildcat offense.
I think they'll probably let Mr. Frazier keep this one. We'll see.
Will line up in the pistol formation. Frazier has 2 touchdowns on the ground already this year.
Little
and
shuttle
he'll pitch
pass.
it forward to number 85, his tight end, Javian Martin, for the touchdown.
That was a shuttle pass, ran to perfection.
That it was. It looks like it was almost sort of an option play where he could have ran it, or if he saw Martin open like he did right there, he shoveled it forward.
There was no one around him.
Hargis on to kick the extra point.
That's almost a play you think they might have kept in the playbook tonight and brought it out later in the year.
The kick is up and it is good, which brings our score to Willis 42, Caney Creek 0. So now we'll have to see if Willis keeps all their starters in the game.
Yeah, I was thinking that earlier. They might want to pull Frazier, but I mean, how often do you pull a freshman? That's typically who you put in late in the game to give him some playing time.
They do have one other quarterback on their roster, Jace Rayner. We'll have to see he comes on to lead the Wildcat offense in this next drive whenever they get the ball.
How long is your TV program, Wes? How long does it last, each episode?
It's about 15 to 16 minutes.
Okay.
It depends on just how long the episode goes, how long the edited cut ends up going. I think the last one was like 13-ish minutes. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head.
You mentioned to me earlier it's a interview type program. How do you go about deciding who you're going to have on your show?
Well, either some people will come to me and ask to be on the show, like some clubs will ask for interviews, as there's a pooch kick, and it'll be number 0, Xavier Martinez, who will fall on it. It's either that, or depending on different events going on around the school, I'll just choose from there.
Give me an example of an event that you might want to put on, that you might want to focus on during your show.
So the one that I already did was the student council and their senior sunrise event that they had on this very field, actually. So I went down to the actual senior sunrise and was able to interview a lot of the people there, which was actually really fun. It's on our YouTube channel if you do want to go see it. So if you want to, after this game, of course, because we want you to stay here and watch us and listen to us. Let us be your friend for the rest of the night. As Marshall will send his receiver in motion. A little bit of misdirection handoff there. It'll get about a yard.
So do you have any way of measuring the success? In the TV industry, they have ratings. Anything you particularly look at to decide whether or not a particular show was better than another?
Not that I care about. I just care about producing the show. Ratings don't matter as long as you're having fun.
That's true, at least in high school.
Formation on the offense, 5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty.
Formation penalty there. Someone wasn't on the line of scrimmage.
First down.
5 yards, still first down. Bring up first down and 15. So now Marshall motion his man over in the formation. And this time, it will once again be Caden Williams, who, as you mentioned, leading tackler in the district, and he has been making a lot of tackles here tonight, so it wouldn't surprise me if he stays atop that next week. So now, once once again going to the pistol formation that they've ran all night, or for majority of the night. It's Marshall will take the snap. It'll be another misdirection. And he once again will get about 2 yards there. Freshman Derek Thompson on the run.
Now you mentioned being the producer in the movie industry. The producer is typically the person who puts up the money. What do you do as your role in as a producer?
I usually see what happens, choose what happens. I am in control of the show. So if I say I want to do one club this week and I want to go film with them on this day and I want to go do this in the studio or whatever, then they listen to me, basically.
So do you do your own writing?
I try my best to, and I actually do, as that play.
Incomplete pass there.
Incomplete pass from Marshall. So we have just over 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And once again, Massey will come out to punt.
So do you have writers that help you?
I do not. I write my own interview questions and my own intros and outros. And that's really all that it is, because most of it is improvisation. Some of the questions that I do are like on the fly to make it flow a little bit better, as that snap is low. But it'll get the punt away. It will land at about the 40-yard line. It will take a Caney Creek bounce to the 29-yard line of the Willis Wildcats.
About a 45-yard punt. So you have total creative control, I think the way they like to put that, over your show.
Yes, basically I do have pretty much total creative control.
That's great.
And it looks like they will keep Frazier in the game here. Not pulling him just yet, trying to get him more of those varsity reps, it would appear. As for the game on our sister channel, the Conroe ISD Athletics Wood Forest Bank Stadium, the Woodlands leading Grand Oaks 38-14. They have a little under 5 minutes left in their fourth quarter, as now the ball comes out at the end of the play.
I think they're going to rule that as the field calls to the fumble. Willis will keep control of the ball.
Unless it will be a first down run by Andrade. It's first down and 10.
Right now it appears Caney Creek is pretty much waiting for the bell to ring.
At their own 40-yard line. Another handoff to Andrade. And he will get 5 on the carry. So bring up second down and 5. Clock about to tick under 9 minutes here in the fourth quarter. I will say Willis has traveled surprisingly well for this game. There you see, usually with these games at Moorhead Stadium, at least whenever Conroe plays, whatever I've seen, the away side isn't too entirely full, but this time with Willis, they've filled the away side pretty well, I would say.
They have. Of course, it's not very far. I mean, you could practically walk from Conroe to Willis if you had to, but good turnout. I think that's going to be a first down. I don't think there's any penalties on don't see any flags on the play.
It's now empty formation, first down.
I would not be surprised, though, if this is not Frazier's final series.
Frazier, quick pass,
hard
he
hit.
gets lit up. Number 32, that is River Perry, sophomore linebacker, with a big hit on Andrade.
You'd like to see those kids come in and congratulate a player on a good play made.
It was a good play. He was able to tackle him and slam him down while he was in the air, catching that pass. So now they'll bring up second down and 16 for the Wildcats. They have been taking a good chunk of time off of the game clock on this drive. So now the play clock is at 1. They'll snap it just in time. Play action pass to Bishop. And Bishop will get to the original line of scrimmage and more.
Is that kid?
And he will get the first down.
Is that kid elusive or what?
He is very elusive. It seemed elusive and electric. Bishop leads. I do believe we can check on the stat sheets here. I don't believe he leads the district in receiving yards.
He might after tonight.
Yes, because he has 298 coming into this game. The only person ahead of him, Julian Cremari for College Park, who also had a huge game against Conroe last night. So that will be a handoff to Andrade, and he will get the first down. We have also some other leaders. I just want to point this out. Camden Hughes also leads the lead. He obviously would lead the district in passing yards, but number 2, Lincoln Frazier.
Yeah. No surprise there.
So the freshman, number 2 in the entire district in passing yards already. Now, granted, it is only week 3, but that is still something to be proud of. Now another handoff to Andrade. He'll get about a yard.
Good defensive play there.
But also, if you look at the passing yard leaders, these quarterbacks playing in the district, there are actually a handful of underclassmen. Camden Hughes is a junior. Lincoln Frazier for Willis is a freshman, obviously. Cam Nunley for Conroe is a junior. Marquise Smith for New Caney is a sophomore. Kayla Marshall is a junior. Zachariah Nixon for Cleveland is a sophomore. And then there's actually some pretty young talent under center, it seems. Not a whole lot of senior quarterbacks this year. So that play will be blown dead before Andrade can break those tackles. Bring up 3rd down and medium.
Willis is not going to be in any hurry here at all, leading this one 42-0.
Yeah, last night at the bank, College Park handedly defeated Conroe 35-0. College Park definitely going to be one of the teams to look out for this year in the district to make some big plays. Now, a flag is down on the first down catch by Andrade.
Looks like it might be against Willis. Probably a hold here. Let's look. Might have been a receiver downfield. We'll take a look here. I mean, a lineman downfield.
Personal foul, hands to the face, number 15 of the defense. Half the distance to the goal, automatic, first down.
And so, David, in your opinion, what are some of the more interesting games that we will be able to see later in the season with playoff implications, with teams like College Park and with teams like Grand Oaks, who will definitely be in contention this year for that 4th playoff spot?
It looks like it's going to be College Park, the Woodlands, of course, and Willis. Those 3.
So now it will be a jet sweep to Bishop as he will get about 3 yards there on the carry. And that's what I was mentioning earlier, that they like to get him involved in the rush game on those jet sweeps. Dane Cook was able to run him out of bounds. As him stepping out of bounds will stop the clock just under 5 minutes.
I'll tell you what, though, the matchup between Willis and the Woodlands is going to be very interesting. You're going to have a senior quarterback, a very talented senior quarterback, going up against a very talented freshman.
That game is always one of the more interesting ones of the year, as now that will be Andrade into the end zone for 6 to extend this Willis lead.
And hopefully we'll begin to see a lot of fresh jerseys there coming on after this extra point.
So once again, It will be Hargis to kick. So he has sent all the kicks to this side of the field to that track that runs around the stadium. We'll have to see if he sends another one this time. Snap a little high. The kick is good, and he will send it to the warning track, you should say.
Almost kicked it across the track.
Almost. I need to put a little net on the scoreboard right there like we have at Woodforest Bank Stadium.
The other thing about that kid is his accuracy.
Yeah, all of his point after attempts, they've been dead center in
Right
the middle.
down the middle. He'll be kicking on Saturday somewhere.
I believe Starzik, the Woodlands kicker last year, he went to Iowa, I believe, wasn't it?
Think so.
So he will be kicking for the Hawkeyes this year. So now we'll see the Caney Creek return team again come out onto the field. 4 minutes, 44 seconds left to go in the game. So now Contreras or Cancerero beyond the kick. It looks like he's lining up for another pooch kick. Will be fair caught at the 22-yard line. Looks like Caney Creek will keep Caleb Marshall in there at quarterback for this drive. 4 minutes, 37 seconds left. First down and 10 at the 25-yard line.
I think I'm scheduled to call the I think it's the Oak Ridge and Cleveland game next Thursday night. You gonna be helping me with, or leading me with that one?
I actually might. I need to talk to Andrew about it because next week at this stadium is Conroe's homecoming game.
Oh boy, you got to get. That's Friday though, probably, right?
It's Friday, so homecoming's always either the 1 week that I take off or that I work a Thursday game for sure. Handoff up the middle goes nowhere.
Homecoming's always a special time. Anything particular this year? Of course, it'll be your junior year.
It will be your junior year, but I believe it was last year or the year before that the Woodlands, was it the Woodlands or was it Grand Oaks that made the Guinness World Record world's largest mum?
I think it was actually Oak Ridge.
Or Oak Ridge. One of the teams in this district made the world's largest mum that they hung from a crane outside of Woodforest Bank Stadium. So the pass over the middle.
Incomplete.
Incomplete, intended for Boissel.
Yeah, that's mums and huge mums is a Texas thing. I kind of put it that way. I think eventually these girls are going to be having a wagon and they're going to be pulling their mom around behind them in a wagon.
Now 3rd down and 10. Marshall will look to pass, being pressured.
Got some room.
He's got some room and he will run for the first down. Clock will keep running.
Yeah, they're going to
stop for the first down.
Yeah, he ran out of bounds. Stop the clock. We'll move the chains.
Now for Panther first down at their own 37-yard line.
Now the clock's moving.
Marshall will look to pass. He's going to look to throw it deep this time, and the pass
He was lucky
broken up.
He was lucky that was not intercepted there by number 25 for Willis. That is
Quavian Pearson.
Pearson, yes. In fact, he had better position to catch the ball than the receiver.
He did, and the receiver, Hughes, almost had to play safety right there to knock the ball out of Pearson's hands. It's Marshall in the shotgun. Looks like it'll be a quick screen pass, will be dropped. Pass intended for number 28, Jonathan Javier.
That ball was catchable, but he didn't do him any favors where he hit him with it.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 10 now. This Caney Creek offense, who hasn't had much of anything all night. They've had a couple of first downs here and there, but besides that, it's been all Willis. It's Marshall will line up in the shotgun formation.
3rd and 10. Looks like we're going to have a timeout.
Timeout. 3 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game. Willis leading Caney Creek 49-0.
So homecoming next week for Conroe, huh?
And actually the game just ended at Wood Forest Bank Stadium with the Woodlands winning 45-14 against Grand Oaks. It's now 3rd down and 10 here.
Are you going to be having a special homecoming show next week?
Actually no. I think I'm scheduled to do theater. Next week will be the guest that I have on, or that will be the episode that will air. I will have theater on as my guest. The theater department, who is having their first play coming up soon. As we still are awaiting for our auditorium to be built, our new auditorium.
Construction's been going on here at Conroe for about 3 or 4 years.
It has been a good couple of years that the construction has been going on. As Marshall will take the snap. They'll look to throw deep again.
And he's
Once again, Pearson will get a hand on it.
well covered there.
2 minutes, 56 seconds as Massey comes on to punt again. Jermaine Bishop back to return for the Wildcats.
What play is the theater department putting on?
I believe it is called Antigone, and it is a Greek tragedy. As then the punt is away.
Kicked it away from the
Will not be
receiver.
returned. It looks like we will see a new face at quarterback for Willis. Jace Rayner. Either Rayner or Rainier. To Mr. Jace, I apologize if I mess up your name. This will be 1st down. Around the 23-yard line. Shotgun.
Well, I hope we get a chance to work that game together next week, Wes.
Yeah, it's been really fun working this game with you as we have
I think that's
flag there.
I think that'll be a false start against Willis.
False start. Offense, number 57. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Could be a good game. I think it's Oak Ridge and Cleveland.
We will have to check on our schedule there, and I will have to talk to our district director, Mr. Andrew Stewart, about to see if I will be able to work that game. So now it's going to be a quick pass to the outside. Get back to the original line of scrimmage and a little bit more in a first down before he gets knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. River Schoenfield, the senior wide receiver there on the catch and run for the first down for the Wildcats as the clock continues to run. We're about to reach our 2-minute timeout here in the second half. Rainer looks to throw again to Schoenfield.
Flag comes in. Rainer's 2 for 2.
2 flags come in as we reach the 2-minute timeout.
Personal foul, face mask, offense number 28, 15 yards for the 15 yards for the previous spot. First down.
Don't see that too often, Wes. Face mask on the offense.
It'll be first down and 25 for the Wildcats. So now it will go to the 2-minute timeout.
That's
2
the
minutes
2-minute
left
timeout.
here in this
2-minute
game.
Timeout. Go to the sideline.
What do you think was the purpose of creating that 2-minute timeout?
I would say just to, I would guess, simulate more of the college and the pro kind of feel pace of the game, because especially in this district there will be a lot of players playing at that next level, especially from the Woodlands and from Willis. So just to try and get them to get used to having a 2-minute timeout, a 2-minute warning in those other levels, I would say that is what their reasoning for.
All right, then why do we have it in college and pro?
That would be a question for people higher than me that are a higher ranking than me.
I'll give you my theory. Typically, you have big plays near the end of the game, and to have the 2-minute timeout, good defensive play there. You give both teams an opportunity to, I don't want to say regroup, but both teams have an opportunity to decide what they want to do without having to spend a timeout. It's kind of it helps both teams. It helps both teams.
It's now second down, 25.
Because I think there's no question that the teams at any level take advantage of it when they can.
Rainer's going to look to throw another short pass, this time to his running back. He will get about 3 or 4 yards there.
He's got an arm. He's a good backup quarterback.
Caden Dingman on the carry, or on the reception, I should say. As the clock starts to tick under a minute and 30 seconds here.
You know, it only makes sense, though, Trent Miller, who played quarterback at Oak Ridge, the head coach and athletic director at Willis, it only makes sense that he always seems to have a good crop of very talented quarterback.
Now it will be a handoff this time.
I remember when he played at Oak Ridge, and they, I think they went pretty deep in the playoffs. Of course, at that time, I think they were a 4A school, but still.
Now it looks like Willis will send on their punt team. Less than a minute left here.
This will probably be the final minute, the final play of the game. 34 seconds and counting on the field clock and 13 on the play clock. They might just let it run out. Take a timeout. They can take a knee and call this one a day.
Timeout. Willis. First charge timeout of the
This is
half.
fourth down. I do think they will still have to punt it away unless they can somehow run 16 seconds off of the clock.
Yeah, that's true.
will say this band, they've been playing their hearts out all night. You've been able to hear them through our field mic that we have down on the field. They have not let up one bit.
They've been having fun, and that's what's most important. There's been a few penalty flags, but out of frustration, but nothing like what you see in some contests.
So now, on to punt, I believe will be, let's see,
Low,
who's on the punt.
low
Obi
snap.
Concerero.
Good kick.
Good kick. Roll out of bounds at 31. 4 seconds left on the clock. This will be the final play of the game.
Clock will run out.
Well, they will let the clock run out, actually. So that was the final play of the game. Your final score here from Buddy Moorhead Stadium. Willis 49 and Caney Creek 0.
It's been my pleasure, Wes. Why don't you sign us off?
Well, yeah. Well, first I want to just ask you something. What do you think has to be done to go for these teams next week, to go deeper into the season?
Well, I think Willis right now is playing good ball. They've got talent. Same is true for Caney Creek. Is the same as it has been traditionally. That is, they've got to develop the talent they have, play hard.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, it was an honor for you to let us into your homes tonight, whether you were watching on your phone, on your TV, or wherever you were watching on your computer. All we love is that you were watching. So without further ado, it is that time of the broadcast where I must bid you adieu. So goodbye, mwah, and good night, bang. I love you guys. Thank you for listening.
Give me a firm handshake. There you go. That's a handshake.